Greetings everyone and welcome back to Rimworld and to the town of Noble's Rest, where Dark Aavak is having a bit of a nap. Now, there are a couple of things in the very beginning of this episode that I want to address, things that have been pointed out to me by very observant dabblings in the comments. First and foremost was the fact that one of the mechanoid mortars managed to damage this shelf, so we'll get that one replaced nice and quickly. Secondly, is that unfortunately quite a few peeps have pointed out that, alas, our turkeys will never lay eggs unless they're fertilized. You can't just get unfertilized turkey eggs. Much sadness is this. As a result, having these two female turkeys is useless unless we get a male. Now, I'm tempted to keep one of them, but we're probably going to lose the oldest. Actually, they're both more or less the same age. Alright, well, I don't know. We'll see if in the next few episodes we can pick up a male turkey. But if we are unable, then we'll get rid of one of them, and then we'll just keep that one until such a time as we either have to get some extra food, or they die from old age. And hopefully it will be finding a male turkey. That happens first. Now, let's go ahead and pop some lights in here. A couple of peeps pointed out that may have had a result on the dandelion growing. Now, honestly, because we can't click on it like a crop, I couldn't tell whether it was light or not, but it makes sense. But whether a single light like this is going to be enough, I don't know. You probably need a grow light in order to get them to grow. But we'll pop this one down, and if these dandelions make it, then that will be all well and good. And in fact, we'll go ahead and we'll just add a little spot for dandelions, spot over there as well, and we'll make sure that they are actually set for dandelions, and we'll watch if they grow. If they do, then sure, we'll have a bed of dandelions for the animals in the coop. Now, unfortunately, this meat is going down a little bit faster than I would like, if I'm perfectly honest with you. And we're going to have to get something done about that in the reasonably near future. Now, as for in here, how many bricks have we got? Let's have a quick look. We've got 106 slate blocks. I think some slate paving will be very nice for this room. Let's go ahead, get that going all the way around. All the way. We can reserve some spots for a little bit of further decoration. We'll have the slate blocks coming down here. We'll have regular paved tiles there and there. Possibly. Sure, we'll pop some paved tiles in these corner spots as well. Actually, no. On those corner spots, we will have the regular tiling. We'll just have the paved tiles where we're actually building something, and if we never build anything there, then we'll just always keep it as slate paving. There we go. That'll look quite nice, I think, in the end. I may add in some other lighting in here as well, just for the sake of it. We'll see how all of that goes. Let's remove these animal sleeping spots. Don't need those anymore. No. There we go. And that will bring our little greenhouse a few steps closer to being complete. Again, I think we probably will want some sort of lighting in here outside of the grow lights. I think that's a fairly high likelihood as is. Now, the next thing I would like to do is plan out the next little room over here. That's something that we're going to need. So I want 4 from here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, that will all work. This would be the room then. And there would be a vent right there. We would have the wall going back, the marble coming out, and then we would have the granite going along. So let's go ahead and build the granite cladding for now. Ooh, there we go. Really? Another mech hive? A group of mechanoids from the Alfslin mech hive have dropped in right on top of you. They're attacking immediately. Well, that is not actually right on top of us now, is it? I'm okay with this. Let's get back up there, Dark Aavak, and if you need to, you can use your psionics to try and delay this problem. Now, have we got many traps in there? We do have a few. Ike, nah, let's not move you just yet. Evil friend, let's get you out. You can go stand down here. Pepster, gonna want you up and ready. Where is Lady Wolfheart? Do you still have it? EMP launcher. Perfect. Go, go, go. We need to be on the move, peeps. What have we got? We've got... What have we got? Are they gonna open? Come on. No, I went through a roof as well. How annoying. We've got 2 scythers. Oh, this is perfect. I approve. I approve a lot. Okay, well, I can go for a stun in a moment. Nice shot. Yeah, okay, not too bad. Sure, let's get a stun on you. Plump. And then take another shot if you can. Plump. And now I would like another stun. Quickly. Right, now you need to get back through this door. Move, 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 move. Ah, damn Dragon Blast. It was a little bit slow there. One is down already. Good, good, good. No, Dark Aavak, pull back. Okay, you just absolutely were certain about getting into that fight. Fair enough. You got cracked in the jaw by a scyther blade. And in the left leg. That's why you were a little bit slower than normal. Okay, well, you know, that's a thing that'll happen every now and then. Well, that wasn't too bad. You did a decent bit of damage. Let's have a look at you. It was the heavy SMG bullet that took this one down. Went straight into the artificial brain. Wow. That was the one that sliced Dark Aavak in the jaw. And this was the one that got him in the left leg. Okay, well, that wasn't too bad for all the things that it could have been. That Randy could have sent our way, because as a few people pointed out, well, you know what, that whole, yeah, it's being very quiet, not much of a cliffhanger. You're right. The cliffhanger was that it had been very quiet, and that meant Randy was planning something. But as far as the things that Randy could have been planning go, that was not so bad. That really wasn't so bad. Let's go ahead and get Dark Aavak fixed up there. Also, we need more room for these scythers in here, don't we? Let's allow mechanoid corpses over there. That should bring those in. There we are. Only need some herbal meds on Dark Aavak. Actually, is he set up to have anything better than herbal meds? Yes, yes, he is. So, we'll see how that one goes. But once we've got the granite chunks around here, we'll strip this down, replace that with marble. Then we're going to move this whole wall back 1 layer and then install the vent and door as necessary. Now, currently we've got items that generally make use of blocks, so the stone cutting bench, the... oh, of course, this was set up incorrectly. Which one was that? Is that for marble, I wonder? Let's have a quick check. This one is... No, that one's for marble. So this one will be for limestone then. So let's go ahead and copy these settings across. There we are, copy settings, and set this one up for limestone. There we go, that'll take care of everything, or at least it should. But yes, we've got most of the stuff around here is for chunks. I'm thinking probably the machine shop in there, and the smelting of the furnace. Now that does mean that we're going to be carrying things quite far. The alternative is for something like the textiles workshop. Now that might not be a bad idea, but either way, we're going to be carrying materials quite far. Now that's fine if the work that's going to be being done is something you do infrequently, or is something that takes a long time. So perhaps the smelter shouldn't be moved. We want that closer to a dumping grounds for just regular slag. That being said, I could have the regular slag just dropped out here. That is definitely an option, and we could also have mechanoid corpses dropped out there as well for the same reason. That wouldn't be a bad idea, actually. Maybe. We might go for something like that. And if we did, then we would probably want to have a little area just isolated like this. I'm thinking more for the slag chunks, really, than anything else right now. I think a little concrete storage zone for slag chunks would be fine in there. I think that would work out quite well for us, actually. Okay, how's Dark Aavak doing? Hopefully he's doing okay. Let's have a look at that. Yeah, pretty good quality. Well, I mean, you know, okay, 56% quality. Still, it's above 50, so better than average. A set quality of 69. I'm sure he'll be fine. Generally speaking, when something has a crack, I mean, well, the jaw could get infected, but the right leg probably won't. Because it's a bionic leg. So Dark Aavak is the one person that we need to worry about the least when it comes to any kind of infection, generally speaking. Not always, though. Just going to top up a couple of these zones as well, make sure that our peeps can get a move around the traps that we're laying, and set these up to be roofed zones as well. There we go. And draw this out a little bit further. There we are. Just so that we've got a couple more traps here and there to catch out the scallywags. Now, were there any other items on the map that I wanted to haul in? I think we've done a fair bit of hauling recently. We've got that little compact plasteel down there. That's going to be a big job for moving that. The animatree is, I think, yeah, it's fully grown. We could now cut it down. Well, before we do that, I want to do a couple of things for Dark Aavak, because Dark Aavak is going to be the main culprit with this, and I'm going to want to keep his mood up. Now, at the very moment, it's not too bad because he's got some delicious gnomes, but I'm going to want to set up a proper kind of casual wear, civvies sort of dress code for our peeps for when they're out and about and not preparing for battle. That way he can be wearing human leather items, which will just keep his mood very, very high at all times, and I think that's going to be quite important, to be perfectly honest. Furthermore, I do feel that we need a little bit of extra light in this in the rooms here, so let's go ahead and pop some at the center points here. There we go, and the same on this side, of course. There we are, and don't strictly need one for our heel root area, simply because the heel root is glowing itself. Actually, you know what? Thinking about it, it might even look a bit better if we have those attached to the central columns, because they have the most access to everything else. We could do something like this. My lord, the electronics inside this wall. Craziness. Also, if we ever want to move any of that, we're pretty much going to have to tear everything down in order to do it. It's going to be a bit of a potch, but oh well. But that'll take a little bit, and a bit of steel as well. We do need to get some more mining on the go, so hopefully we can get some of that happening reasonably soon. But at the moment, everyone seems to be having a bit of downtime, and I don't blame them. So I'm going to bring you back when there is something to report. Hopefully that won't be an enormous raid or drop pods of a mech hive, but you never know with Randy. You never know. Okay, we've gotten to the point now where we actually don't have enough room to put all of our art before we go and sell it. So that is a good indicator to me that it is indeed time to sell it. It is the 14th of April, May, and well, we've mostly finished flooring the grow room, and we've even got a couple new lights in there. We've largely finished the expansion room, or at least the outer wall of said expansion room, so it is now time for us to strip this wall back and then ultimately start burrowing in through this granite wall right here. So let's carefully do that without damaging any of the power conduits if we are able to avoid it. We are of course going to have to move the power conduits around a little bit. We haven't yet got all of the lighting work done everywhere because we are lacking steel. It seems that my peeps just really don't like mining, which shouldn't be any surprise to anyone because it's one of the lowest priorities for anyone to do any kind of work, even though all of them have it, which is uncommon to most of the other jobs. Almost all of them have it. It is the lowest possible priority that they can have. Now, before we head out, there are a couple of things that I want to do. I have decided that it is high time that our good friend here, Bone Dragon, get an upgrade. We are going to make use of Dark Aavak's current inspiration for surgery to give Bone Dragon a new power claw. Now, where are we going to place this? If we have a look at the power claw itself, moving will be down a little bit, which is a bit of a shame for Bone Dragon because it's already slow. But it is almost twice as damaging as a Warhammer. So this is by far a better option for Bone Dragon. And Bone Dragon is also a brawler, so we're never going to give Bone Dragon a ranged weapon. So outside of getting a really nice weapon, melee weapon, Bone Dragon is always going to be using this power claw. So let's go ahead and get you an upgrade. Which hand are we going to go for? Let's go for the right hand, I think. Let's find that. Install power claw in the right hand. Now, we don't have a particularly nice bed for this. I am, however, going to give you a Ica's room. Ica, this room is now going to be for Bone Dragon. Pop, it's now a medical bed. There we are. And this can now be Ica's bed. There you go. Ica, could you wake up? There we are. Thank you very much. Now, where is Bone Dragon? As soon as Bone Dragon is done there, hopefully he will go lie down, and then we will immediately have Dark Aavak tend to the surgery. That's the first thing that we're going to take care of before Dark Aavak goes out on another bit of a wander. There we are. We will leave the colony in good hands. Power transhumanist hands. There we are. Let's go ahead and take care of that. Dark Aavak is naturally going to trust someone with a bionic body part more than someone who relies on the weakness of flesh. Of course. Pepster's getting a little bit of work done over there. Not too bad. Hopefully, as soon as we open this up, we can actually get in there. Now, we have been offered another quest for 5 hives. Now, that would be something in the realm of 15 insects. Probably at least 5 mega scarabs. Mega spiders. I'm just not sure about that one. Just not sure about it. We've got so many sculptures now. That is actually kind of amazing. Let's hope that this goes well. You're using herbal meds for this, really? That's bold. That is bold. No longer inspired on surgery. Did it go well? It did. Well done. You didn't even lose any bits that you weren't meant to. That's fantastic. Well done, Dark Aavak. I'm super proud. Super proud. But let's have a quick look at all of these bits and bobs. So we've got a desirous curve-like. This carving illustrates a gardener wearing a formal suit, flying through the air. If you squint your eyes, the rectangular composition of the image reveals the outline of a pirate. Oh, very clever. Evil Friends titled. I think we've already had a look at this one. Yeah, it was poisoned by toxins. Indebted backgammon. On the sculpture is an image of a circle. The work is shaded in hues of purple and blue. A coyote poses behind the focal point. Sure. Dark Aavak of purple. Have we seen this one? This represents the assaulting of Dark Aavak with a needle gun on the 1st of April, 5503. Well, this is a new one. Okay, Dark Aavak's being hurt by a pikeman with a needle gun with cold efficiency. Okay, well, I guess. Just to commemorate that moment that I think the needle gun was aimed for the heart, but managed to only bruise it, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Then Despairing Quarry. Bone Dragon lying in a bed while vomiting. 1,000 twisted bat corpses surround the area. The subjects are in front of 2 yams. The work is executed in a romantic style. This portrays the telling of the story of Bone Dragon being poisoned by toxins. We're going to see a lot of toxic art in this colony. I'm calling it now. It's gonna happen. It really is. We've got another steel urn though. Let's go ahead and pop this somewhere central. Let's pop it in here because there's a lot of time spent in this room. In fact, on that note, let's go ahead and. Can we make some marble plant pots? I'm sure we can. Now, I could, of course, have some workbenches in there, but they don't increase the skill, they just increase the time. And maybe at some point we'll care about that. But right now, I'm not sure we do. Not sure we actually care. There is one thing I could do, and that is I could move that entire wall back, and I could fit in 2 tool cabinets there and there. But again, not sure I want to. If I'm perfectly honest. I'm not a big fan of that. But that should make this room very nice to work in. Now, with that done, I think it is, in fact, time for Dark Aavak to make a bit of a journey. So, how much meat have we got? We've got a bit of meat. What we don't have is an awful lot of food. That is a problem. That is quite the problem. Hopefully we can use the milk, though, to cook a little bit extra. How far out is the next harvest? Not that far out, actually. Not that far out. We will have to see. Peps are failed while constructing a marble plant pot. Really? You wasted marble? Man. I would rather not have daylilies in here. I would like roses. I think the roses will look particularly nice alongside the white of the marble plant pot. I think that'll give a lovely look to it. I know red and white with a mother who's a nurse that's forever kind of really pepped it again. That's forever associated with blood and bandages for me. But still, I can't help but note that it is a somewhat pleasing aesthetic. That particular association aside, good. Someone who's actually capable of constructing. Thank you very much, Dark Aavak. Let's go ahead and get another rose in there. This will be a lovely little spot to work in. Maybe a little bit cramped, but overall lovely, I would say. Now, Dark Aavak, I'm going to want you to go on a bit of a trip. We need to go and sell quite a few things, actually. Shall we bring Yoko? I think we should bring Yoko. Sure. I think Yoko should come along with us as well. So, if we want to set up a caravan, first and foremost, let's set up the route. Oh, okay, first I've got to tell you who's coming along. We could take Humphrey. That extra 70 kilos, that is not at all bad, actually. And Humphrey can graze on the way. I like this. But we will bring Yoko as well. Yeah, we're definitely going to bring Yoko as well. Yoko can't carry anything, but that extra bit of murderous rage, should we be set upon, will be very, very useful indeed. We want to set this as our destination. Choose route. And now let's go ahead. We're going to need to bring along some meat, so let's bring 20 meat, 30 meat, 30 meat. That should be enough. We'll take along 2 meals. We'll bring along 50 hay. That should be enough for Humphrey, along with the fact that Humphrey can graze. Actually, you know what? Well, I'm not entirely certain that Humphrey's going to be able to graze easily, so let's bring it just to be certain. There's no reason not to, really. Let us take the unused do not translate. One day we're going to be able to sell this for $9. It's going to be a grand time. And there we are. We'll bring along you. We'll bring along the 4 good limestone sculptures. That's actually really nice. 162 there with. Wow. Of course, we want a human leather bedroll as well. And is there really anything else we need to bring with us? I don't particularly think there is. Unless there is some clothing that we want to sell. Yeah, looks like we can get rid of this as well. That's actually not much in terms of mass. That is not much in terms of mass at all. We're going to be able to make some good time here, I think. Yeah, estimated days to arrive is only 0.9. We can pick up another meal on the way, or loads more meat. Probably a bunch more meat, I think. All right, let's get out there. And, oh, your caravan only has 2.5 days worth of food. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Let's make that move. That will not be a problem for the group. There we go, and speed that up. Hopefully we'll be able to all make our way out there. There we go. Humphrey and Yoko on the way. There we are. Everyone is there. Now, of course, Dark Aavak has to wander back and forth. It's a little bit of a potch, that one. Can I have a caravan spot? Do we have a caravan packing spot? Caravan packing spot should really be there from now on, so people aren't tempted to go stand out on the ground there. There we go. That is so much better. So much better. Eventually we will have a very large storage space, and I'm kind of earmarking this one for that. And we will then set that up as a proper location for everyone to stack items. I kind of want Dark Aavak to have. Well, honestly, the bow is good enough. I don't think he needs any other kind of weapon. I think that bow is more than good enough. It's a high damage weapon with crazy accuracy. Okay, off they go to Shafter then on the 15th of April, May. Shouldn't take them over long to get that work done. Now we need to just strip all of this apart. Ah, they miss out on a party. Or is Ica throwing the party because they've left? Ica. Got my eye on you. Right, let's go ahead and build all of this up. There we go, or at least most of the way. We will, of course, run our conduits through the walls as usual, through the granite, wherever possible. To that end, we'll want to bring this up like that and around. There we go. And then allow that to branch off. We will still have to have the conduit running there, though, just to power those lights, the grow lights. Well, that isn't too much of an issue. As soon as all of that is set up, then we can strip this part of the conduit down. In fact, there isn't actually any reason to keep the conduits that are visible here around, because they're not actually necessary for the construction of the rest of... the connection to the rest of the circuit. Because the circuit is redundant. It can go in either direction. It's a big loop, rather than anything else. We have got enough... Ooh, there we go. Machining is finished. Absolutely marvellous. I am extremely happy about this. Extremely happy about this. I am thinking of the machining table and the electric forge being the workshops that we build up here. I think it makes a decent amount of sense. Let's go ahead and... Oh, Caravan has arrived at Shafter already. Very, very nice indeed. Who is suffering from heat stroke? Evil Friend is suffering from heat stroke. Well, perhaps you should take that toque off, Evil Friend. I'm just going to call that one right now. Okay, well, we have made it here. Let's see what they have to trade. Okay, after a thorough investigation, we cannot sell the unused. Do not edit or do not mod, whatever it was. However, we have sold all of our sculptures for a reasonable amount of cash, I might add. Also, the cloth took for actually a decent little bit. Now, there are a number of items here. Apparently, Dark Aavak's carrying rice with him. He must have been carrying it possibly to go tame one of the animals just before I brought him over to the caravan. I did think he was unable to carry as much as he's normally able. But they've got sheep. They've also got ducks. We don't care for the ducks, and there isn't a breeding pair of sheep. But assuming that the sheep is going to be able to produce wool and possibly milk as well, though mostly wool, I would imagine, we are going to take one of the sheep back with us. That seems to make sense to me. But it is you know, I can hear the death bell starting to ring now for one of our turkeys, because right now all they're doing is eating our food. They are not providing us with anything in return. Of course, we are going to try and grab as much of this meat as we possibly can. Of course, we can barely do that when we're taking a sheep with us. Yeah, sure, let's grab an extra 50 as well and just dial that back. There we go. Ooh, wrong way. Dial that back until... Oh, that is near as damn it. Honestly, that's not bad at all. I accept this very, very happily. That is all of our silver gone, though, and all of those. But that gives us a nice wallop of extra meat for our wargs. That'll last us a good old while. And we'll have a new sheep that may possibly produce wool. Now, that will be a very nice, item for the use of, for tailoring, for keeping everyone nice and indeed warm. Now, hopefully it's not going to take them too long to get back to camp, but otherwise things are going relatively peacefully. So before I jinx myself, I'm going to lay down a cut here, and I will bring you back when there is more to report. Well. It is just coming up to midnight. We're about to enter the 1st of Jugas, and Pepster has had an inspiration. This is a pretty interesting one. The next item, art or furniture, that Pepster creates will be 2 quality levels higher than it would otherwise be. This even allows the creation of legendary items. This is an uncommon inspiration, a very uncommon inspiration actually, and it's a shame that we have nothing to use that on. Now, that being said, is it the next one? It'll last for 8 days. Okay. We have got a reason now to fast track the construction of the machining table. Now, the problem is what can we actually build with that? We don't have really any kind of real gunsmithing, unfortunately. We don't have the means of making any particularly good weapon types. We could, I guess, make a gladius or a weapon of some sort, a nice big axe. It's possible. Could we get to gunsmithing quickly? It's a maybe. It's certainly a maybe. You know what? Okay, so just on the off chance that we can't get to it, let's go ahead and build an electric smithy. We'll use a little bit of steel on this one. It's fine. We'll pop it right about here. There we go. We'll even get a chair. Do we have much in the way of materials for that? We've got quite a lot of leathers. We've got some bearskin. Sure, shall we try and make a nice big old bearskin chair for this? I think so. I think that would be awesome. Oh, 110. That's a bit of a shame. We've got nothing even close to that. No. Okay, so we're not making a bearskin chair then. I mean, we could, I suppose, make a plasteel dining chair. No. Let's just get that up and running. Now that is going to require a lot of steel, so we really do now need this area mined out. So to that end, I am actually going to cancel the mining designations over here. Let's stop trying to mine this out. We need peeps to be awake, and we need peeps to be off and bringing in those materials, because if we can research a machine table, then I would very much like Pepster to try and build a gun. Now, Pepster's current skills with crafting and art smithing, so on and so forth, they're not really anything of any particular note, honestly. So it's probably going to be guaranteed not great. But if we were lucky enough that Pepster had a high enough desire for this, I wondered, is there any particular reason why you got this? I mean, you're not a particularly crafty individual. No, that's a shame. It just seems that we were very unlucky with who was selected. Honestly, if it had been Evil Friend, I probably would have gone Evil Friend to make some art. Some really, really nice piece of art. If you have a look at Evil Friend's skills at this point, bring up your bio there. Artistic is now on 8. And crafting in general, I mean, you know, that's low skill stuff. But artistic is definitely quite nice. Quite nice in general. Though, that being said, this does include weapons, components, and refined resources. So, I mean, Pepster might have been the one for that. But at any rate, we're probably not going to get much use out of this. We'll try and do something with it if we can. Oh dear, I'm noticing some peeps just straight up drinking buckets of milk. I mean, that's not the worst thing in the world, I'll say, but it's also not the best thing in the world. So I would probably prefer it if you did not. For now, keep doing that. Let's hope that they can hold off a little bit. Ika, how about you go and cook a bit? Yeah, sure, you can cook buckets of milk. Okay, that's going to be a delicious, delicious milk roast, no doubt. No, will you please stop using... Ah, my lord. You are making an emergency meal, which does mean that you can use meat if you have to, but... I wish that you would grab this first. But, oh well, I guess. Maybe what I'll do is I'm just going to simply disallow these items for you. There we go. Please and thank you. Just make some regular meals there. That is so much better. And then I'll have to remember. Oh, wait. Why is that just rotted away? Oh, no. I am very guilty of not having looked across there. Oh, dear me. This is not good at all. This is actually quite bad. All right. Scrapping the idea for the smithy. Where have all of our metals been taken off to? Oh, dear. Where are you taking that? All right. Well, okay. What we're going to need then, we need a couple of folks up here. Evil Friend, could you go over here, prioritize mining these tiles for me? right now. I desperately need those mined. Because we are going to need another cooler. That is very unfortunate. At least it's being kept down to, like, in the 10s. But yeah, this is quite unfortunate. 47 degrees. Yeah, most places are not being kept nearly cool enough in general. Oh, we also don't actually need this to be a medical bed anymore. My bad. My bad. I am terribly sorry about that. Bone Dragon, this is now your room, I guess. There you go. You've had a bit of an upgrade there. Now, some of the steel that we've been mining is going to just be randomly popped around, used on conduits and so on and so forth. Caravan has arrived at Noble's Rest. Ah, thank goodness Dark Aavak is back. Dark Aavak, we need your help rather urgently. And wool growth. Fantastic. Oh, I wasn't certain. It felt like, you know, come on. But when turkeys won't lay eggs unless they're fertilized, you have to start thinking, well, is this game going to be hitting me with some game logic, or is it going to be sensible about this? But no, it's decided to be sensible. New sheep shall go and live in the coop. Yeah. We'll see how well these daffodils grow in there, but they should be able to grow reasonably well. And the supply of wool will be fantastic. We'll be able to make some very, very nice items in the near future, I should imagine. There we are. We've already got plenty of food. We've got a lot of people in a bit of a sour state of mood, though. What's up? Hungry, sick, slept on the ground, slept in the heat, ratty apparel, uncomfortable and disturbed sleep. Well, yeah, actually, that's pretty bad, I suppose. You gonna go and eat? Yes, you are. Okay, good. Let's try and focus on bringing in all of the steel for now. There we go. Thank you very much. That doesn't seem like... No, you are absolutely... Which blueprint are you taking it to? Oh, no. We want to cancel that for now. We want to make sure that you are only bringing these out to where they need to go right now for construction. So it's just store it for now, basically. Right. Now you're there. Let's try that again. Haul all of that. Thank you. You can just bring that in. We are going to need another freezer. Quite urgently. Quite urgently. Where's all the meat the Dark Aavak had? Gear, you shouldn't be carrying anything in particular, but I don't see the meat that we brought back, and that is somewhat disturbing. Was it all eaten? Surely not. Surely there should be loads of food that you just brought back from your trip away. Let's go have a look. No, nothing down there. Well, did the sheep eat all of the... What? I am a little bit confused. And by a little bit, I mean actually extremely confused. I also don't see Yoko anywhere. Oh, there we are. Did Yoko eat it all? No, Yoko isn't... Ah, there we go. Could you please, no? My lord. Someone go and grab the caribou meat. Please and thank you. Right, now how much steel have we got? Barely enough. Barely enough right now. Dark Aavak, I'm going to need you to finish off all of this mining. Like, really importantly. Let's get all of that going. We desperately need this brought in. Let's get this meat down here. It'll last a little while. Oh, there we go. The temperature has come down, but it's clear enough that we actually do need to bring that temperature down a lot more than it currently is. We can't afford for that to happen again in the future, because I can't trust myself to notice that. I'm going to be honest. So we need all of this meat brought inside. There we go. Just left there for the time being. Okay, so with that done, once Dark Aavak has finished mining through this, I want you to haul all of this steel back, and then haul the rest of it back, because we don't want to shut down the freezer here for very long at all in one go. Ideally, I want this all dealt with fairly quickly. When you get back, I'd like to prioritize the cooking stove for a little bit. If we can get that sorted, just get a few more meals, because we're about to be out of them, unfortunately. There we go. Thank you. Bring all of that back in. Right, now, once all of that's delivered, we will have enough. I think it's like 90 to make a cooler. We're going to need a third cooler in here. It's flat out a need at this point. There we go. Let's get those meals made. Make sure that everyone's got plenty of food. There we are. There we go. Perfect. And one more batch, and then you should be good. Yeah, that's good enough. Right. Now, the way we're going to do this, currently we're dumping an awful lot of heat out here. We are going to remove these walls in their entirety. For the time being, we don't need them around anymore. I've got to keep an eye on Dark Aavak's mood because he's getting a little bit grumpy at having been disallowed any food, rest, recreation, all of that good stuff. He's going to have some food and then rest. I think straight after this, he's bone exhausted. There we go. Fill up. Grab an extra meal and then head to bed for the night. Right, we want this up and ready right now. But to be honest, if I could just have Dark Aavak do this though. You're the best constructor we have, and I kind of need the best constructor we have to do this. Can't risk it not getting built or being built slowly. And boom, there we go. You can go to bed. Thank you so much. Right, there we go. Currently we've got 10, 20. You know what? Let's make this one 10. No, this one 5. I'll have them go in a sequence 10, and then this one down to -20. That should give us all we need to keep this place really quite cold at all times, ideally. Does that sound cool? It's dropping. We let a lot of heat in before, but it should get back to the temperatures we need to see. There we go. Even now that the temperatures have risen back to a terrifying 46 degrees, this room is being kept chilled. For the most part, at the very least. There we go. We should see that reach -5 to -10, I would imagine, with 3 dedicated coolers. We'll probably see that that holding out at least a little better. Oof, that is scary, though. We're going to be draining a lot of power to run these coolers. How's the farm? The farm's not good. How are the bedrooms? The bedrooms aren't terrible, actually. But we very much now need to finish this area off if we want to be able to temperature control the sleeping quarters. And honestly, if we can get that done, then we're going to be moving 3 people up here. 1, 2, 3. Boom. For the time being, we'll just allow that one to be a bedroom. I know it's not great, but we will eventually set up another 3, because then we'll have some room to grow. And that will be all we need to do for a little bit, I would imagine. And then, well, we may leave these ones here. This is not having to do too much cooling overall, so shouldn't be terrible, but it will be better when everything is in one big temperature-controlled circuit, I feel. I think that's going to be a big, important one for us. Disease the flu? Oh, no. One of your colonists has gotten sick from the flu. Well, that is sucky. Enormously sucky. Okay, well, once again, then, we're going to set this bedroom to a medical bedroom. Pepster, if you could go and sleep. And I just want you to rest there until you're over the flu. The flu can be nasty, okay? Let's get Pepster some proper care and tending there. There you go. Lady Wolfheart, how much sleep have you had and how much do you need? You're okay. Let's get you tending to Pepster, please, and thanks. There we are. We want a dedicated hospital as one of the main asks before we wrap up this season of this particular playthrough. One Man and His Warg. That's going to be one of the things that have to be complete before we wrap up season 1 and begin our preparations for season 2, which will pretty much happen immediately. But that being done, let's go ahead now and replace these traps where we wanted them. That will do. Make sure they're all on auto rearm. There we are. Not that they're ever going to be rearmed, but you know how it goes. That may, in some small capacity, affect how likely they are to automatically rebuild. Wow, you guys got through that hay grass quickly. That being said, there's still actually a lot of hay grass. It's just they're eating it all from several different bales simultaneously, so you're not seeing the big build-up that takes that removes some of the worry. Now, that being said, you know what? Actually, cancel this. This was already being built, but I'm going to pop that one over here instead. And the reason for that is that I would actually like to start work on the second farm if we're able to. That would be rather good, I think. Let's see how people do. There we are. Peeps moving around. Siphon, are you going to go meditate? That would be amazing. Siphon meditates on the meanings of life and death. Truly. The Philosopher Wag. That sounds like that would be actually quite a cool little novel. Right, okay. Now, we need to pop down a couple more floors. We don't need to, you understand. We want to, or rather, I want to, and so I'm going to. I'll pop this one there. Now we can copy over this room properly. There we go. And get those lovely marble walls in place. There we are. And finally, we want a light. I think it looks quite a lot better now in here with proper lighting. Well, we're going to have to wait for that to be built first, but once that's done, this room will actually look quite nice, I think. Now, that being said, this room is struggling to cool itself with 2 coolers. That is scary. That is quite scary. But that is the way it's going to have to be. Maybe we'll set up a couple more coolers, perhaps over there, or maybe even down here. Let's find some little spot for a chimney to live somewhere. As for floors, I would like granite flagstone out here, all the way along, and all the way up. We are getting this place. It's starting to look rather swanky, I must say. Rather swanky. Let's also have some additional lighting. I think we could possibly do with one there and one there as well. Just to add a little bit of more lighting along these corridors. Now, for this little area there, I'm going to say chunks, mostly. Let's just make sure, yeah, it's just slag chunks there. Okay, well, let's set up a similar zone over here. One around there. There we go. We want, in terms of storage, clear all. I would just like, yeah, steel slag can be stored there because we'll have the furnace around here as well. Maybe I could use two shelves, much the same way we've got this one. Currently set up to only store certain qualities, certain hit points, that sort of thing. Market values. Oh, that's got reset. Interesting. That didn't get set the way it should have. That is very interesting, actually. Wow, Dark Aavak, you walking away from this? I don't know. You need to do some cooking, Malado. There is much to be cooked. Please and thank you. Don't want the whole colony going nuts because they haven't eaten. How long are we out from the corn harvest? Oh, it's very close. And Ika's probably got a couple more rice harvests to do fairly soon. So I'm not too concerned about that one at the moment. But we'll see how that goes. It may be a bit of a potch, but we'll just have to keep our fingers crossed there, I think. Well, that has put a quick end to my moment of idle contemplation on how we were going to set up our little chimney. By the way, we're going to be setting up here. I have expanded out the amount we're going to have to dig into the mountain because I really couldn't disconnect from the fact that I just like seeing the doors inset a little bit. And in fact, on that note, I do want to pull these doors away to have them as granite, because I think the granite door being flanked by granite walls, it just has a nicer look to it. So we're going to be entering this little area back here. The cooler is going to be over here, and this is going to be our chimney. And then back here, we will have 2 heaters just kind of inset against that wall, or maybe against this wall. It depends a little bit, and then that will run back down here. I might not even have the heaters. We could actually do this without those heaters by themselves, might be enough, but honestly, we're going to be adding a lot more rooms to this, so I would rather have 2 heaters that we don't need, that we can just disconnect from the power, than not have enough heating back here or the room to build it. But we've got a raid. The Red Snake Ambercan have decided to attack. It looks like they want to use sappers to tunnel around our defenses. Oh, well, that's a little bit annoying. They're approaching from multiple angles. Right, okay, so we've got a bow squad with 1 melee there to help out. That's a total of 6 peeps. Where else have we got some? We've got 3 over here. Okay, we've got a peeler there, an equa, and another bow person. And down here, we've got another 4. My lord, they're getting a little bit aggressive now. There is a lot of potential for fighting here. There is an awful lot of potential for fighting here. Okay, all right. Well, given that, I think we're going to have to go into full protect all of the animals mode. So first and foremost, everyone to... Actually, Siphon and Yoko, you're in the freezer. All the rest can stay in the coop. The coop is more than safe enough for them for now. Unfortunately, we don't have the majority of our weapons down there. Alright, well, they may try to tunnel through if we don't give them a better place to target us. For now, do we have enough ammo? We may do. We may do. Perhaps, Dark Aavak, if you could man that steel mortar. You can't find enough unreserved shells. I feel that these are unreserved. I truly do. And yet, here we are. Can I change the shell settings? I mean, allow all? Can you do it now? No. This vexes me quite a lot. I may actually just end up pulling those down. But okay, well, let's get Dark Aavak over here. Evil friend, with your assault rifle. Let's get you back there. All right, Ica. Once again, you don't have a weapon, which is not great. Could you go and grab a SMG? Now, Bone Dragon, you do have a weapon. The weapon is you. You are the weapon, Bone Dragon. And to that end, where is the shield belt? Where is our shield belt, then? I'm not seeing it around. Oh, no, you've got it. Never mind. Perfect. Let's get you down there. That works out quite nicely. You've currently got the EMP launcher. We don't want that. I would actually prefer... Oh, to be honest, I'm kind of feeling maybe getting you to go with the SMG would be better. But go grab the incendiary launcher. That's fine. Pepster, if you could grab... You've already got one of the SMGs. That's awesome. Right, everyone, you're all drafted. Let's go. To your stations, if you would, please. Now, I'm kind of tempted to go and try and grab a couple of the isolated crews and take them out now. It's Dark Aavak and maybe Yoko. Because Bone Dragon's going to be a little bit slow. Bone Dragon will be a tad bit slow for this one. Maybe Evil Friend, Dark Aavak and Yoko could go and try and deal with these peeps. So, sure, Yoko, follow Dark Aavak, and let's get out there. Go, go, go. Let's get up as fast as we can. We've got a lot. This is going to be a large group, and they're kind of going to they're going to collapse together on this one group. So maybe instead we'll have Evil Friend Dark Aavak and Yoko go this way. Bone Dragon, though, I do want you up here. I want Lady Wolfheart as soon as you are properly equipped, but unfortunately I have confused you with that because I drafted you after the fact. And in fact, that's the same thing with Ica right now as well. Ica, go grab the SMG if you could, please. There we go. They are almost there, unfortunately for us. Where is Lady Wolfheart? On her way. Let's slow things down just a tad. Bone Dragon, where are you? You're making your way up. You are slow right now. We've got the 4 heading in. Dark Aavak, if you want to advance. Evil Friend, if you want to advance. Let's make a move. Ike's going for his SMG. Good, there we are. Right, let's get you up here. Up and around and then down. If you could. Bone Dragon, as much as it's going to take you 1,000,000 years to do it, please do that as well. Alright, Dark Aavak, can you get a couple of early shots in? Because if you can, that's going to be amazing. Ah, bad luck. It was just off. So close. So close, though. It was a good effort. You move up. Evil Friend, you move up. Go, go, go. They're out in the open, so they're going to try to keep on the move. Bad luck. Can we get a stun down there? Actually, a blinding pulse would be fantastic as well. Stun first, because it's going to pull off a lot faster. Now, everyone is making their way over there. They may try to tunnel in to our farm, which would not be good for us. Not even slightly. Pepster, can we get you over there as well, please? That'll do. Alright, now we're going to have to be quite spread out with this one, unfortunately. Well done. I now want a blinding pulse right about there. Go for it. Nice work. Very nice work. Focus on Whale. But I'm going to release Yoko in a moment. And she can... Well, very nice job there, Evil Friend. Right. Dark Aavak. Sure. And maybe release Yoko in a moment. I'm feeling that might be a good move, because if we can mess up a couple of them... Oh, they're on their way, actually. They're going to get here before we are in position, so maybe head back for now. Actually, no. Pepster, Ica, you should be okay to take cover over there. Now, let's have a quick gander. Go ahead. Release the Wargs of War. Oh. They're already done. Those two are done. Okay, fine. Yoko can probably follow up and take care of them. Now, as for you, each group needs to be dealt with separately, unfortunately, which does make things a little bit complicated for us, but hopefully... There we go. Can we get a stun over there so that Dark Aavak can relocate? Oh, Yoko's actually going for one of the ones that's already hurt. Bit brutal, Yoko, but I like it. Let's go down. Yoko's not going to allow any survivors to get away. Those are precious noms. They need to be brought back this way. Now, are you going to... Ooh, they are not going to pop around the corner, unfortunately. Okay, Bone Dragon, I need you down here because you've got the shield after all. How's it going, Ica? How's it going, Pepster? Good couple of shots, but this is going to be a very nasty fight for you, so pull back if you can, please. Be on the move, because they are going to hurt a lot more in a straight fight than you will. Let's get you down here. Actually, Bone Dragon, at this point, if you went up there, that would be grand. If they want to step back and over another... Oh, a couple of them have taken some hits. I guess just a chance encounter with traps along the way. Yeah, a couple of them are down. This is not going too badly. This is not going too badly at all. Oh, Evil Friend just got hit, though. Let's have a look. Right leg, of all places. Damn it. Yoko taking on Senenbial. Let's have a look. They've punched you in the leg. How dare they? See if we can't get a couple more shots this way. Okay, I'm going to leave you guys to deal with that. They're drawing back. Good. They're going to break our mortars, and that does kind of upset me, but it is a thing that's going to happen, unfortunately. Alright, let's have you guys leave that door open for now. Hold open. Ica. Perhaps there. There you go. You should be able to take a couple of shots as they flee through. Need another shot or two. Good shot there by Dark Aavak. Let's have a look at Dolphin. Oh, you're messed up. That is not going to go well for you. Yoko's on her way back. I'm thinking of having a bit of a rush in a moment. Let's get another couple of shots. That's all we need. There we go. They're down. Okay, we can move in. Now, I don't know which group they belong to, unfortunately, but I'm starting to feel that very soon we're going to see a lot of them go down. How about you head over there, Bone Dragon? And we're going to leave this door open in hopes that they step over that trap. If we're lucky, that will plan out perfectly for us. Let's get Lady Wolfheart back. Ooh, Pepster, though. That hurt. That hurt a bit, actually. Torso, great bow. Okay, draw back, Pepster. Same for Ica. Both of you draw back. Bone Dragon, get in there. Start the fight. Let them come to you. Perfect. They went straight around the corner. Right, okay then. You guys, let's get up. Evil Friend, head on up. Dark Aavak, you're going to try and lure them out here. Let's go. Move quickly now. There's a fire. It's... Oh, that was... Oh, really? Oh, my lord. Are you about to get hit? You did get hit as well. In the torso, and that's a nasty wound, too. Okay, I would rather you with a SMG because of the danger that you pose to everyone else right now, actually. Let's have a look at Crow. How's Crow doing? Hopefully Bone Dragon... Oh, Bone Dragon just ended Crow. Perfect work there, Bone Dragon. Get in there. Let's have a look at how that just went down. Bone Dragon, using his Power Claw's claw professionally, horribly scratched Crow in the right arm. And, you know, ended them. So it's more than a scratch. I imagine it looked like someone just shoved Crow's arm into a shredder. It was just like hanging rings of flesh, which should have all been together, but now look like someone just made a slinky out of her arm skin. Not a good time. Not a good time at all. Ica, this is going to be a fight with a knife. Not liking it, but let's see if we can't get a couple of good hits. Bone Dragon should be able to deal with them. Dark Aavak's on the way up. Let's get up there. Unfortunately, it is just these two now. Let's get in there. It's going to be a bit of a nasty one. Okay. Thankfully, Pepsi is still going to be able to shoot over Ica's shoulder. Yeah, that ended that fight very quickly. Bone Dragon doing work with that new Power Claw. Let's see how that one went down. Bone Dragon, let's see. Where did the actual melee start? Hakuja, utilizing her left fist, enthusiastically, savagely slammed Bone Dragon in the left leg. Then Bone Dragon slammed Hakuja in the right leg. Then scratched Hakuja in the left leg. So went for both legs. I imagine just like balled their Power Claw into a fist, punched one leg, and then extended the claws from between the knuckles to jam their fist into the other leg in one fluid swing. Hakuja bashed a Bone Dragon in the torso, leaving a disgusting wound. Fair play. Hakuja was putting up a fight. Wasn't going to go down easily. We can respect that, I think. Bone Dragon, thrusting his left fist, skillfully smashed Hakuja in the left leg once again. And the shock from so much damage ended them. All right, Bone Dragon, we want you down here to try and take on Kai. Dark Aavak isn't going to need to do that. Is there anyone alive who has yet to escape? No. Perfect. Okay, everyone needs to some level of tending, unfortunately. Actually, Ica does not. Well, that's impressive, Ica, considering you were directly attacked. I do need to make sure that this part is the home zone now as well, because I realized that they are not actually being put out. That is a bit of a problem for us, so we need to take care of that. But our traps there were doing some crazy work, considering we were very fortunate that played out the way it did. Okay, we've got a lot of corpses. Well, that's fantastic. That is absolutely fantastic. Dark Aavak's mood's going to be greatly elevated. So are Siphon and Yoko's as well. We've got a lot of meat that is going to be available for them for a good while, actually. I may even go to the effort of sticking some of this meat onto shelves so that I can disallow its use, just so that we prioritize the human meat for the wilds. But let's have a quick review of everyone's health, shall we? I think we should. Okay, so Dark Aavak's actually pretty good. No wounds at all. Lady Wolfheart is going to bleed out in 16 hours. That stab from the peeler was nasty. That dropped her torso's the whole health of her torso by over half. So that was not a small wound. And to be fair, we've got to hand it to the peeler wielding Crow. That was an amazing shot. They got to that door, and as Ica and Pepster were engaging them in close quarters gunplay, they just hefted that peeler and lobbed it straight over Ica's shoulder, just sailed in a pure arc and found its mark in the center of Lady Wolfheart's center of mass there. Lady Torso. I mean, that wound isn't quite that big that it's going to give you a nickname, but well, let's hope not. Anyway, could still have an infection at this rate. There's a lot of people who can need it. Evil Friend, it's got a nasty wound there, but it isn't truly awful. Not quite over half the total health of his leg, but it's going to need treatment, and it's going to need a while to heal. Ica, despite being caught in very close quarters, managed to duck and weave out of attacks there, I think. No, we don't really see much in the way of this, I think. They got in there. Yeah, they really weren't able to do so much. Left big toe was annihilated by Pepster's heavy SMG bullet. Annihilated. That's a good word. That's a good word to use. Let's check on Bone Dragon, though. Bone Dragon? Actually, not hurt. Strangely, considering it's saying you are. Just a couple of bruises. I was expecting blood, but no. You just got a bruise in your left leg. An area scratch, really. I say an area scratch, about a third of the health of your left leg. And a quarter of almost of the health of your torso. That's not too bad. They got smacked by a great bow. But Pepster, You're going to bleed out in a day. That was a nasty cut to your torso. That was almost half of your entire torso's health there. That was a fairly big blow. But look at what we managed to put down. That was easily the biggest assault that we've had so far. Not the most dangerous. The mechanoids definitely still hold that title, but it was easily one of the nastiest in total. Right, we want to strip down the dead and dying. If you've got anything, we want it off you. No, you are naked, by the seams of it. Yep, you're naked. Kai is still alive. Kai will not be still alive for very much longer. That much I can promise you. Dark Aavak, let's get you in there. We're putting out the fires as quickly as we can. Nope, Kai, you're not getting out of this. Get in there. Bone Dragon is on their way. Dark Aavak, move into position. Take a shot. Hopefully slow him down a bit. Good shot. Bone Dragon will probably finish him off at this point, but you can take another shot if you want. And Bone Dragon, well done. You managed to take him down without killing them, which means we get their gear as well. In such a state as it is. That was not a bad engagement, all things told, but I'm afraid I've run out of time, so we're not going to be able to watch the cleanup, at least not in this episode. We've already put out the major fire that was caused by us, I might add, but hopefully we can get over to these steel mortars and put out those fires before they claim the mortars, honestly, because I'm really thinking that we might want to just strip them down. I know we don't have mortars, but they don't seem to be working. So unless there's some sort of condition on you need X many shells to be able to fire a mortar, which may be the case, I'm not really sure we want to keep them. It might be better as the steel and components that we would get from it. But that was not a bad engagement, all things told. I think one of the tribespeople got away, which is fine, honestly. You know, it allows the legend to grow a little bit, and Dark Aavak certainly isn't against fear gripping his enemies before they even enter battle. If you can win the battle mentally before the battle physically starts, then you're that much closer to winning the physical side of the battle. So I am certain he would be on board with this. As for the survivors, though, we've got 3. Let's just have a quick look. Let's have a very quick look. Aesthetic lazy. Actually, as it happens, we thought we had 3 survivors. It was actually only 2. So sad. So sad. Tortured artist, industrious, tough, incapable of animals, but what? Incapable of animals, but really loves them nevertheless. That's just weird. Schrodinger's animal trainer. And Citra. Pyromaniac steadfast. Actually, no. As it happens, it looked like we had 3 survivors. It was just a trick of the light. They were just squirming a little bit. Neurons still firing. But no, they were quite dead, I think you will all find. But that is going to be it for this episode. I really do hope you've enjoyed, and do let me know what you thought of the episode down in the comments below. We have a new sheep available for naming, so if you are interested in this sheep's name, then please let me know in the comments. And we are probably, oh well, that was unfortunate. We were so close to saving both of those, but we were going to strip them down anyway, so we got a little bit less back from them than we would have otherwise, but same result ultimately. But Boo and Snickersnaps, I'm afraid that one of them needs to go, so we need votes. Who is going to be turned into warg life-sustaining noms, and who is going to be kept around on the off chance that maybe one day we find a male turkey? We will have to find out in the next episode. Do let me know what you think, though, down below, and if I can remember, in a poll. But that is going to be it for me for today. So until next time, and as always, do take care, everyone.